Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Live Trading Group's daily Forex analysis. Today is Thursday, March the 1st, and it's a quarter to midday. Let's see how the Forex market is performing through the index grid of our best and worst dashboard. The New Zealand dollar is in first position, gaining 1.32% on its currency basket, followed by the euro, ahead by 0.91%. The US dollar is gaining 0.83%, and the British pound 0.54%. The yen is just below parity, losing 0.08%. The Swiss franc is down by 0.27%. The Canadian dollar down by 0.41%. And the Australian dollar comes last, losing 2.87%. The power strength gives us the Australian dollar 100% short. And then we have high percentages on the US dollar, New Zealand dollar, and euro also. All of them 85% long. The best trades so far on the Forex market are Euro Australian dollar ahead by 0.49% and Aussie US dollar losing 0.48%. Now let's go to the charts to analyze the majors. Aussie US dollar is moving in a bearish tendency with a percentage confluence up to the yearly level and a breakout of the previous lows on the multi-day time frames. Now we're just at the target number 4 level of the bearish zone of the target geometry at 0.7723. The market is correcting up from the intraday low marked on target number 5 with a bullish price action at a scalping and intraday level. The RSI is still below 50 from M15 to the monthly. We have a confluent Australian dollar against a 71% long US dollar, so we may have a continuation to the downside. The euro dollar is presenting a daily doji, now moving in a slight bullish tendency just above the daily opening at 121.92. We have a bullish price action at a scalping intraday and multi-day level with the exception of the weekly time frame. We also have a bullish percentage confluence up to the yearly level with the exception of the weekly time frame. Today we have a statistical confluence. The RSI is above 50 on the scalping time frames and on the weekly and the monthly. The market seems to be reaching for the entry level of the bullish zone of the target geometry at 122. We have a confluent euro against a 71% long US dollar, so we may expect a limited daily range. Although should the market close above 122, we may have a moderate continuation to the upside. The cable is moving in a slight bearish tendency just below the previous daily low. The market is presenting a breakout of previous lows on the multi-day time frames. We have a bearish percentage confluence up to the monthly level and a bearish price action also at a scalping level right now. So with a 57% long British pound against a 71% long US dollar and an RSI below 50 from M15 to the daily, should the market close below 137.34, we may have a slight continuation to the downside. Of course, both currencies are performing well on their respective currency baskets, so we may expect a very limited daily range. Kiwi US dollar surprisingly inverted up after an intraday low marked at 0.7186. Now we have a green daily candlestick, a bullish price action at a scalping and intraday level, and the pair is gaining 0.12%. The RSI is above 50 on every time frame except H4 and the daily. The market is trading above target number 1 of the bullish zone of the target geometry. With an 85% long New Zealand dollar against a 71% long US dollar, if the market remains above 0.7212, we may have a slight continuation to the upside. US dollar Canada is moving in a bullish tendency, slightly correcting down from the intraday high marked at 126.54. In fact, we have a bearish price action at a scalping and intraday level. The multi-day level are at a breakout of the previous highs. We have a percentage confluence up to the yearly level. The market is moving above the higher moving averages of the EMA dashboard, and we still have an RSI above 50 on every time frame. So with a 71% short Canadian dollar against an 85% long US dollar, should the market remain above 128.39, we may have a continuation to the upside. US dollar Swiss franc is moving in a slight bullish tendency with a confluent price action and a bullish percentage confluence up to the monthly level. We have an RSI above 50 on every time frame up to the daily. and a 71% short Swiss franc against an 85% long US dollar. So should the market remain above 0.9452, we may have a slight continuation to the upside. Now let's close the analysis with US dollar yen, which is moving in a slight bullish tendency just below the entry level of the bullish zone of the target geometry at 106.78. The market is gaining 0.10% on a daily basis, but we have an RSI below 50 on every time frame. We have a 57% long yen against an 85% long US dollar, so we may expect a very limited daily range. Although should the market close above 106.78, we may have a moderate continuation to the upside. That's all for today's analysis. Thank you for your attention. Good day and good trading from Live Trading Room Trading Community.